Hello, I'm Mrs. J, and welcome to my math class. Today we're going to solve systems of linear equations using elimination. If you notice these two equations, so it's a positive 10, x plus 2y equals 10. And then the second one, negative x minus 5y equals negative 22. Notice that when you add down, the x's drop out, because they're the same leading coefficient of 1 and they're opposite signs. So when that's not the case, you want to get it to be that case. But if we add down, this drops out. We have a negative 3y equals negative 12. Divide by the negative 3, and y is 4. And then you pick either one of the two equations to find x. I'm going to take the top one. X plus 2y equals 10. I'm going to let y equal 4. So x equals x plus 2 times the 4 equals 10. X plus 8 equals 10, and subtracting the 8, x equals 2. So our point is 2, 4. So this point should work in both equations. Try another one. Negative 5x plus 2y equals 4. 10x minus 2y equals a negative 14. Again, notice when we add down, the y's drop out. So these will cancel and leave 5x equal to a negative 10. Divide by the 5. X equals negative 2. And then you have to plug it back into one of the equations. I'm going to use the top one. Negative 5 times a negative 2 plus 2y equals 4. 10, subtract the 10, 2y equals a negative 6, and divide by 2. So that gives us the point negative 2, negative 3. Okay, let's try the ones that are a step harder. Elimination with multiplication. So these ones now you won't be able to just add down. You have to do something first. So if we look at the first one, negative 7x plus 3y equals 1, and negative 3x minus 8y equals 19. Okay, on this one, notice there's no easy way about it, but this one has opposite signs. And this one, if we multiply the top by 3 and the bottom by a negative 7, notice 3 times negative 7 is a negative 21, and 7 times negative 3, negative 7 times negative 3 is a positive 21. So if we multiply by these values, the x's are going to drop out. When you multiply, you have to multiply the whole thing. So 3 times negative 7, negative 21x plus 9y equals 3. Then multiplying by the negative 7, 21x, see how they drop off? Plus 56y equals 7 times 133, and it'll be negative. So we add down, the x's drop out, and we get 65y equals a negative 130. Dividing by the 65, we get 2. So y is 2, and then you plug it into either equation to find x. Negative 7x plus 3 times 2 equals 1. Negative 7x equals negative 5. X equals 5/7. So our point is 5/7 and 2. Try one more. Hold on. 3x minus 8y equals a negative 10. 5x plus 3y equals 16. Okay, making sure all my signs are right. When you're trying to find these, what you're doing is looking for the, you could think of it as common denominator, or the smallest value they both go into. Well, these two would go into 15. These two would be 24. So this is going to be smaller numbers to work with than this one. So if we get both of these to be a 15, we can multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 3. The other thing you have to make sure, though, is they have to be opposite signs. So I'm going to make the bottom one negative. That way I'll have a negative 15 and a positive 15, and my x's will drop out. So multiplying by 5, we have 15x minus 40y equals a negative 50. And on the bottom, we have a negative 15x minus 9y equals 16 times 3, which is a negative 48. This drops out when we add down, and we have a negative 49y equal to a negative 98, dividing by the 49. Y equals 2. And you can plug it into either equation. I'm going to use the bottom one. 5x plus 3 times 2 equals 16. 5x plus 6 equals 16. Subtracting the 6, we get 5x equals 10, and then subtract the 5. So we get the point 2, 2. Try one more. So we have negative 8x plus 3y equals a negative 14, and then negative 2x minus 9y equals 16. So notice these two are already opposite signs. And if we multiply this by 3, then these will drop out. Over here, we can make this 2 and 8. We can multiply through by a negative 4, and then these will drop out, but that's a larger value. So let's go with the smaller one, multiply by 3. Negative 24x plus 9y equals a negative 14 times 3, negative 42. On the bottom, we're not going to change it because we want the negative 9. Adding down, we have a negative 26x equal to 26 negative. Dividing we have 1. Plug it into either equation. I'll just use this one. So we have -2 times 1 minus 9y equals 16. Add the 2 to the other side. -9y equals 18, and divide by the -9. X equals a -2. So it's -2, 1. And that's all that's to it.